welcome to the 2025 Quilt Market. Quilt Festival actually starts next weekend, but Quilt Market is going on right now. And what I am doing is I am over on the quilt show floor looking at all of the quilts because there's so many of them. And because I will be bouncing back and forth around this whole section all day long. If I try and take you with me, it'll be like a 4-hour long live. But I wanted to show you all of the Cherrywood quilts because I know that there are a lot of people out there who have not been able to come to see festival, and I want to show you all of the quilts. Now I will tell you that I walked around this thing so many times looking for my own quilt because my own quilt did make it in here, and I'm so grateful for that. That was so fun. But I walked around this thing so many times thinking they let my quilt out. The problem is I was just so distracted by all of the beautiful works of art. So I'm just showing you the Cherrywood ones right now, okay? As you can see, like, I could go on for hours and hours and hours in here showing you all the other quilts, and I'm taking photos, so there will be more photos to come soon of the rest of the show. But I'm going to show you some of my favorite ones in here too, because there's like 4 sides to this thing. So that was one side, but like the level of detail and some of these quilts, again, just so you know, I'm not touching any of these quilts, okay? I'm not touching them. I'm simply showing you all of the beautiful ones that there are. Now, definitely, octopus is a star in all of these quilts. This one has a ton of texture to it. Do you see that? So all of these are just incredible. And yeah, like I said, I walked around this so many times looking for my own quilt and couldn't find it. But I have so many favorites. Like, what's interesting is some people focus on like the oranges and the bright colors, while the majority of them, if you look at them as a whole, are definitely more focused on the blues. But the ones like this one down here that I was showing you, that orange definitely pops on those blues. And this one, isn't that beautiful? So I'm sorry, the lighting in this building is really terrible, so everything kind of coming off a little bit yellow. But I know that while I was working on my Cherrywood Challenge quilt, I was really stuck between, here's a nice 3D one. Can you see that? Isn't that cool? There's another 3D one on the other side I'll have to show you. But while I was working on this, I kind of went back and forth between, do I want to go Little Mermaid? Do I want to go like National Geographic style? This one definitely added a lot of fun details to theirs. And I kind of ended up neither on mine. But this one has some lovely, you see the netting over that just kind of gives a totally different texture to it. And this one up top has some lovely paintings added to it. Here's a sneak peek on the other side while I walk around again. I mean, look at these quilts. They're incredible. Okay, so let's start over here and then we'll work our way back. So like I said, there's 4 sides to this. This is the, actually I think there's 5 sides. There might be 5 sides, I don't remember now, but I think we're on the 3rd side here. But so with this challenge, we were all given one topic, which was Into the Abyss, and all the same fabric. Check this out. How many tiny knots can you sew before you cross your eyes? I mean, Isn't that gorgeous? So each one of these are 20 by 20 if you're not familiar with the Cherrywood challenges. All those little French knots, I mean, absolutely stunning work. And we're all given the same fabric, the same Cherrywood hand-dyed fabric, the same palette to work through, the same bundle. Little nod to some cinema there. And then we were told, I just noticed the little sign in the window. Isn't that hilarious? And then we were told to make something. And you have everything from octopus, this gorgeous texture. Look at that. Some of these, I'm not even sure how they got those textures. But yet they're just beautiful. I know several of you have commented like these are just amazing works, and I'm still floored. I think this is probably my, I don't know, 5th or 6th time to walk around these quilts. And wow, she's really cool too. And I can't stop. Like, I still haven't made it to, you know, the rest of the 9/10 of the quilt floor, and I'm still finding things to look at. Do you see the texture in that one? The quilting that was done, the hours that was poured into these projects. And I'll give you some more tours of the quilt floor as well, because today is the first day that we've been able to come and take a look at these. I love all of the, I'm trying to get, like, you can't quite see it on the phone, but there is definitely some glitter happening in this quilt. Do you see the shine on those beads? And then this cute little, oh, I get it now. Sorry. I didn't understand what it was before. That is hair and a head from above. I didn't get that before. At least I think that's what it is. That's what I'm telling myself it is now. So, let me show you some of these other quilts as I walk to the next side. Here's a really pretty one. So this one is a ribbon winner, sponsored by the Fat Quarter Shop. And I'm gonna get way back here, and then I'm gonna pull it up close so you can see it. I know this isn't Cherrywood, but like, how can I not brag on this quilt? Do you see there's some Tula fabric in there? All the quilting, all the piecing, all the planning. Yeah, that's amazing, amazing quilters work. And let me show you just how big this show is. You see right there, that doorway. From way back there all the way to here are the quilts, and from that side forward is the quilt market. So it's going to take a couple days just to get through these quilts to see how beautiful they are. And like I do every single time, this one was fun. Look at it, squishy. I'm going to show you pictures of the quilts on the quilt floor as I go. But yeah, so if you happen to be watching this, you're going to see your own quilt if it made it into the Cherrywood Challenge. And the reason that I like to show these is because I know not everybody gets to come to Houston and see their quilt in the Cherrywood Challenge display, which is really fun. Isn't that one cool? I love those bubbles. This one is another one that has really amazing hand quilted texture to it. This one's got a whole lot of sparkles. And if you've entered this process before and you've entered these Cherrywood competitions, that one's gorgeous down there too. Do you see the nice piped binding on that one? It really frames out the piece. If you've entered these before, you know that the process of making these quilts, everybody is extremely secretive. Okay, so you may see a picture that looks like this when somebody's making their quilts, right? But when it comes to the final reveal, that's when we get to see just how different everybody took on what this is supposed to look like, right? Look at that one. That little guy is so cute. And that one really went full on Little Mermaid, but she's amazing. You see like there's a turtle up there, and there's stingray, other fish in there. We got 2 more sides to go. 2 more sides to go. There's so many of them. Here's another one that was really 3D looking. Love that added dimension. I can't remember. Amanda, if you can remember like how many quilts were actually chosen, was it like 160 or something? I think there was like, oh, I don't remember any of my numbers right now. I was gonna say there's over 200 that were submitted, but I don't remember how many actually got chosen. And maybe after this I'll go back and add that to the comments so you can just see like what an honor it is to be chosen to be in this, because right now all of these quilts are on display at the Houston Quilt Festival. But after this is over, this entire collection is split into multiple different collections, and then these go on tour, which is really fun. So I entered several years ago. They had a Bob Ross themed one, really fun, and I entered that one, and that quilt got to travel to so many places that I would have loved to have traveled, but but I didn't get to go with my quilt, which was kind of sad. I think that should be part of it, is you should get to go with your quilt if it gets chosen. But I think it went to Japan, Australia, I don't remember exactly right now, but there were so many fun places that it got to go, and so these will also be split up into multiple collections and sent all over the world, or wherever Cherrywood is going to show them. This one has a lot of detail to it. We're ending this side, and there's one more really long side that I have to show. Look at the quilting on this one. I think somebody likes feathers, and somebody is amazing at feathers. And I say somebody, but Tammy is amazing at feathers. And another sneak peek is over on this side, on the very end, is this glorious quilt over here, and I will be spotlighting that in my video of all of these quilts at the Quilt Festival, because there's a really neat story behind that quilt. Okay, check out this one right here. It's so cute. Octopus, cartoony, yes, but look what he's doing. Do you see the rotary cutter? Do you see the sewing machine? Do you see the seam ripper? Do you see the pin cushions, the iron? I mean, this little quilter is going to work. It's so adorable. Here is how beautiful is all of that detail, that variegated thread, right? A nice big eye. This one's scary. Amazing detail though, just very scary. There's a lot of anglerfish, a lot of octopus, so many really talented quilters in here. I love all of the different quilter blocks behind this as well. That's a nice touch. And this one is also 3D, so it's 3 quilts essentially of the exact same print, I guess you could say, the exact same piece layered on top of each other. And look at how cute he is. I'm not sure what he is, but he's cute, and they added nice little texture paint. Do you see this? I kind of purposely skipped over that one, but do you see that one? She's mine. She who dwells below, my mermaid sea goddess. I had lots of extra, of course she's in the corner, so I really can't get close to her, but I added lots of texture, braids, fish netting, little shells and sequins in her hair. She was really, really fun to make, by the way. I'm quite proud of her. And I'm excited that she got to come into the show and tour again as well. And I believe, I would say the top of that jellyfish, like, of course, again, in the corner, I can't, but I would imagine it looks like it lights up. Wouldn't you say it looks like it lights up? It looks like it lights up. So I will come back and see if she's lit up for the actual show, because technically this is just market. This one has yo-yos for the little suction cups and tons of hand quilting. Absolutely beautiful. Very stained glass looking. I don't know if you're tired of seeing all these colors yet, but like the creativity doesn't stop in all of these. They're so pretty. And this one, again, it's hard to capture on the phone, but it glitters. Do you see that? It glitters so beautiful. When you're working on a piece like that, it really takes time, effort, and precision to get all of those little details added. You've got tulle, you've got little bits of mirror, you've got lots and lots of stitching. This one is really, really beautiful. I would say maybe braided cord, embroidery thread that's coming down there with some little lace trimmings on the sides. That one's amazing too. We're getting close to the end, guys. Keep hanging in there. There's so many of these to show you. But we're on the very last side. I mean, the topography of that one, the creatures. I really expected to see a kraken in this somewhere, because I was trying to figure out how I could make a kraken myself. But look at the quilting in here. Here's another one where they added.
Yeah, there should be a ribbon on one.
They actually changed it. It's no longer a challenge. It's a what do they call it? Collection.
It's just a collection.
Yeah, they took over.
Interesting. It's so fun.
I know it's not fun. So here's another really cool octopus. I love the cutesy quilting in it. Is actually a nice contrast in the buttons right there.
The seahorse on top of her. Must be Medusa. Oh, Aphrodite.
That one adds a lot of paint, but adding that little paint, those little highlights, really make it come alive, right? Really lets you know that we see so many, we see the world in so many different ways. Now this one, stare at it for a minute, because it took me a second to find her. Do you see how pretty she is? And her necklace, and her eyes are so subtle. And then she's got a little pearl ring on that corner. I think she might be my favorite, the way that the inside of the quilt is bound as well. It's kind of framed like you're actually looking at her through a window. This one's really fun with the extra fringe on the little turtle.
There was that different one that looked like one. It looks like a silk.
There's another one with lots of quilted blocks, themes in there, and a little friend down there in the boat with some glowing eyes. This guy makes me happy. I can't help it. He's just like a little blobfish, but he makes me happy. Hey Betty, High Hill Crafter, and Kitty, Aaron. Yes, thank you for tuning in and for watching. I wanted to show everybody these gorgeous Cherrywood quilts because so much talent. I'm gonna get an even closer here because my friends, that's hand stitching. Hand stitching in all of that. And you know, looking at it up close like this is one thing. Let me let you see his little eyes. But then when you pull back and you realize how much hand stitching went into that, it's amazing, right? And each one of these pieces is appliqued on top, right? So much applique, and then from far away it gives a really nice watercolored look. Isn't he cute? I'm not sure what the purpose of this one is, but that poor little goldfish looks like he's about to be dinner. You're welcome, Penny. I'm so happy to show you all of these because I think this is the only show, I believe, where all of these will be shown together. After this show is over, they get split up into multiple galleries because if you've been watching this video, it's been going on for a long time. So they get split up into multiple galleries and then they tour wherever Cherrywood is going. So they tour the world. At least that's what happened when I entered before. But here's another one where I'm going to zoom in and show you. Look at the detail that goes into these art quilts. So if you entered into this, hopefully you got to find your own quilt and see how beautiful it is. And I'm going to step back here so you can see just how pretty they all look together. Again, this was one side, right? That's mine right there. And then here's more. Go ahead and walk around the other sides just so you can see how amazing this collection is when it's displayed all together. And this is why I come early, because right now it's quiet and I'm also not going to run into people. So you're welcome. So Erin asks, how do you get invited to Quilt Market next year? So Quilt Market is the industry side of the event. You have to have a business or some reason to be here. So the market is actually just people who, mostly stores who are looking at wholesale stuff. I'm going to give you a close view at these while there's somebody else looking at the other ones. And you just have to prove that you have credentials to be there. You don't actually get an invitation. But Quilt Festival, which happens next weekend, is completely open to the public. Right? So it's completely open to the public and you don't have to have an invitation to go in. You just buy a ticket. So hopefully that answers your question. And if you go on the website, you can get all of the rest of the details on that. But there you go. So sorry, that was a little bit of rough ground there. But there you go. And then looking at all of the rest of the quilts that I still have to go see. There's a whole lot. Whew. That was a lot of filming and a lot of the abyss. So I hope that you enjoyed that. And if you have any questions about Quilt Festival or Quilt Market or Quilt Show, all the quilty things, I'm happy to answer them. So I hope that you enjoyed that. And I'll probably do another live within the next few days. But let me know if there's something specific that you want to see. I hope that you'll have a good rest of your day. I'll see you on the next live.